Okay, so as I'm continuing my countdown to Kong Skull Island, now we are on to the very first, the remake of King Kong. So with that all being said, there's gonna be spoilers in this review, so if you have not seen it, that is your warning. Now, now this one is set in the modern time, and only this time, a crew is going out to Skull Island to basically scavenge oil rather than to make a movie. And then they come across a girl along the way, and they bring her on board. And they weren't. It's nothing like, oh, let's make a movie. I want you to be in the movie. Like, I want you to be the star in my movie or whatever. There's none of that. And then they go to the island. They see Kong. Only the animal expert is aware of Kong, and they get there, and it's basically the pattern is basically the same, like where the natives take take the girl to Kong, even though her name is not Anne this time. This time her name is Dwan, and Carl Denham is not Carl Denham, and it's Fred Wilson, and Kong gets a hold of her, and during that time that he has her, they're connecting with each other. Like, there's more emotion, there's more depth there this time around. And there is no dinosaurs whatsoever. No dinosaurs whatsoever. I mean, that's one thing I guess they want to get, they're like, get as far away from the original material as possible. Only, I guess, or to a certain degree, they're getting away from that. They just want to do their own take on it. And Kong looks pretty pretty intimidating, and at times when he has heart-to-heart moments with Dwan, like you connect with him, and it makes you less afraid of him, and you're just like, oh, I'm starting to see the humanity in this creature, and like when he fights that snake and the snake wraps around his body, that is that snake is terrifying. I mean, like, and the dark, airy, airiness that this movie had, the dark, airy feel that this movie had, it made it a little scary, to me anyway. Not scary to the point where I can't watch the movie, but scary where I'm like, oh, I'm feeling chills. I'm feeling chills in my bones. But so yeah, like, it did kind of drag on, like when they did capture Kong and they're taking him to New York. During that time, we're actually, this movie actually is having scenes where they're going from Skull Island to New York, and that kind of drags on. Like, like in the original, it just jumps right to where they're already in New York after they knocked out Kong, and they're saying, yeah, we're bringing him to New York, the eighth wonder of the world, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. But anyway, yeah. After that, when they get him to New York, and then Fred Wilson shows him off to the public. Yeah, and then Kong is in there in his cage, and he has a fucking crown on his head. I forgot he had a crown on his head. He looks like he's promoting Burger King or something. And then eventually we know what happens. Kong breaks out, and then he gets a hold of Dwan, and only he does not climb on the Empire State Building this time. He climbs on the World Trade Center. So he hops on one building, and then there's people throwing, like, I guess, they have people on that building already. They're ready to attack him, and then he hops on the other building, on the other tower, and then that's when helicopters come in, shoot him up, and when they shoot him up, when they're shooting at Kong, it's just it's it hurts, and this time around, rather than the leading lady screaming and screaming for her life while Kong has her, this time she's begging Kong not to put her down, don't, no, come on, they're gonna kill you, don't put me down, no, don't do this, don't. She's begging him not to put, basically risk his life, and she is crying. She's and Kong's death, affects her. It devastates her, and it devastates the leading, man, Jack. He doesn't want them to shoot Kong either, and man, I mean that, total difference, right? and when when you see, Kong's bullet wounds, it's enough to make you cry. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't cry at that time. If I stayed away from this movie and I saw it now in this time, yeah, that ending would fuck with your heartstrings. And when when it gets to him falling off, off the World Trade Center, and he hits the ground, you start to hear his heart. You hear his heartbeat, and then you hear his heartbeat slow down. It gets slower, like boom, 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 and then somehow Dewan teleports from the tower to right where Kong's body is. How she got there that fast, I don't know. But anyway, it really devastated her, and she is crying, and it's looking back on it, it is like, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's like Kong, again, like I said, Kong did not ask for this. I mean, money, this greed for money, money is the root of all evil. I mean, and it makes, these movies, these Kong movies makes you look at humanity in a whole different light of how we actually are, and how animals are too, and they're just doing things out of their nature where we are too. But I mean, I guess, I don't know, but this movie is, good. It's a pretty decent remake, and it's good for, standing on its own, being its own thing. It's good. It's like the first remake to Godzilla in 1998, and that movie was totally standing on its own. It was more of a Jurassic Park ripoff, but only unlike this remake of King Kong, that was just terrible. But this movie was pretty solid. It was pretty damn good, and then they had an actor in a suit, and it worked out pretty damn well. And I don't know if I can compare the two. I think they're both pretty good. I mean, I think it's a tie in my opinion. I don't know, but hey, I gotta give this 4 solid chair spins out of 5. So here we go, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4 motherfucking solid chair spins, yo. So I guess we're on to, where this movie had a sequel. So I guess we'll hop over to that in my next video as we count down to Kong Skull Island. So if you guys enjoyed my review for this movie, make sure you thumb up the video, and make sure you click subscribe if you're a newbie to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.